If you've ever lost control in the moment that mattered most, this video is for you. Every year after 50, a man's body loses about 1% of its testosterone. That might sound small, until you realize what it really means. Slower blood flow, weaker erections, fading endurance, and that quiet frustration no one talks about. But here's the truth. You don't need pills, pumps, or empty promises. Your body already has the power to rebuild itself from the inside out. It begins with a set of deep, forgotten muscles called the pelvic floor, the same muscles that control your bladder, your performance, and your pleasure. When you learn to train these muscles, something remarkable happens. Blood starts flowing stronger, testosterone production improves, and your body begins to respond like it used to. I'm Dr. Helen Carter, a men's health and performance coach, and today I'll guide you through 10 simple Kegel-based exercises that reawaken your inner strength, help you last longer, and bring back that masculine control every man deserves. So before we begin, tell me, where are you watching from, and how old are you? First, squat jacks. We start by waking the entire body, and that means getting your blood moving fast. Squat jacks are a powerful way to combine strength, rhythm, and breath into one fluid motion. Stand with your feet together, then jump your legs wide as you lower into a squat. Keep your chest tall, your knees tracking your toes, and your core slightly engaged. As you rise, bring your feet back together and exhale sharply through your mouth. This movement sends an instant signal to your cardiovascular and endocrine systems, the very systems responsible for blood flow and hormone regulation. Men over 50 often experience a decline in circulation to the lower body. This simple motion reactivates those pathways, encouraging testosterone to flow naturally. Feel the pulse through your thighs, glutes, and pelvic region. You're not just moving, you're switching your body on. Now, as your energy starts to rise, we shift from activation to control. Second, glute march. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Lift your hips into a gentle bridge and begin marching, one leg at a time, while keeping your pelvis steady. Each lift is small, deliberate, and full of intention. The glute march strengthens the largest muscle group in your body, the glutes, but its true benefit lies deeper. Beneath those muscles are the pelvic floor fibers responsible for maintaining erections and bladder control. When your glutes activate, those hidden muscles contract in sync, enhancing endurance and circulation to your reproductive organs. Keep your breathing rhythmic. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Imagine pulling energy from the ground up through your hips. That upward force is your foundation. It's how you rebuild control, one repetition at a time. Now that the base is strong, let's move into something that challenges your balance and opens your body even further. Third, crab pose. Sit down with your knees bent and your hands behind you, fingers pointing forward. Press your palms into the floor and lift your hips, forming a table-like shape. Hold here, pressing your feet and hands evenly into the ground. You'll feel your shoulders open, your core engage, and your hips stretch wide. But the real transformation happens in your pelvic floor. By supporting your body weight in this position, you awaken the muscles that control blood retention during arousal, the very mechanism that keeps you firm. Focus on your breath. As you inhale, lift your hips slightly higher. As you exhale, gently tighten the base of your pelvis, like you're drawing energy upward through your spine. Each breath builds internal pressure, the kind of pressure that fuels better erections and stronger control. And when you're ready, slowly lower yourself down. From here, we move from tension to release, letting flexibility open the next layer of vitality. Fourth, butterfly pose. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees fall gently to the sides. Hold your ankles or feet, keeping your spine tall. Now breathe. deeply, slowly, with awareness. The butterfly pose is one of the most underrated tools for men over 50. It releases the tightness that builds up in the inner thighs and groin, the exact area where blood flow often stagnates with age. This gentle stretch improves flexibility in the hip joints and boosts circulation to the testes and prostate, supporting natural testosterone production. As you breathe in, imagine oxygen feeding life into that lower region. As you breathe out, feel the tension melt away. This is the balance between power and softness, strength that doesn't force, but flows. Stay here for a few breaths, grounded and calm. Then, as your body begins to open, we'll bring movement back into the picture. Controlled, precise, and deeply masculine. Fifth, alternate low lunges. Step your right foot forward and lower your back knee toward the floor. Keep your chest lifted and your front knee directly over your ankle. You'll feel the stretch in your hips and thighs, but don't stop there. Breathe into your lower abdomen and with each exhale, gently contract your pelvic floor. Alternate sides, keeping the motion slow and grounded. This is more than a stretch. It's a reset for your hormonal rhythm. By lengthening the hip flexors and engaging the glutes, you're improving the communication between your brain, pituitary gland, and testes, the trio that governs testosterone release. Men who practice this daily often notice better posture, stronger core stability, and a natural sense of vitality returning. Feel that gentle burn at the base of your hips? That's your body remembering how to move like it was built to. Now that your lower body is open and awake, it's time to build strength from that foundation, where power truly begins. Sixth, hip thrusts. Now that your hips are open, it's time to turn that freedom into power. Lie on your back once more, knees bent, feet flat, hands by your sides. As you exhale, press through your heels and lift your hips until your body forms a straight line from shoulders to knees. Hold at the top for 2 seconds, and here's the key. Gently squeeze your glutes and the base of your pelvis, the same way you'd stop a stream of urine mid-flow. This is the essence of a Kegel for men. Each contraction builds endurance in the pubococcygeus, PC muscle, the hidden structure that controls ejaculation and blood flow retention. Strengthening it means lasting longer, maintaining firmer erections, and improving confidence during intimacy. Keep your breathing steady, inhale down, exhale up. Feel the pulse deep inside your core. This is control in its purest form, precise, strong, and calm. And as we leave this position, let's carry that strength into a movement that wakes the entire body and your testosterone all at once. 7. Half burpees. From standing, drop your hands to the floor, step your feet back into a plank, then return to standing. No jump, no rush, just controlled power. Each repetition increases blood flow, oxygen delivery, and the activation of your body's hormonal engine. Men over 50 benefit immensely from brief surges of intensity like this. Short bursts of movement trigger the release of luteinizing hormone, which signals the testes to produce more testosterone. At the same time, your cardiovascular system pumps oxygen-rich blood toward the pelvis, the lifeline of male performance. As you move, stay present. This isn't about exhaustion, it's about rhythm. Push, breathe, recover. Let your breath be your metronome. By the end of this set, your body feels alive, your energy is high, and your focus is sharp. Now that the fire is lit, let's channel it inward, into precision and control. 8. Scissors. Lie back, hands under your hips for support. Lift both legs slightly off the ground and begin alternating them up and down in a smooth, slicing motion. Engage your lower abs, keep your pelvis steady, and breathe deeply. The scissor exercise sharpens your core pelvic coordination, the ability to control subtle movements that affect stamina and climax control. When you keep your abs firm while your legs move, you're teaching the nervous system to separate tension from movement, a skill that directly translates to better endurance. Each controlled motion sends blood into the deep layers of your lower abdomen, fueling the muscles that regulate arousal and response. If you feel the burn, that's perfect. It means those rarely used fibers are waking up. Stay focused for a few breaths, then lower your legs gently. Now that the control is refined, it's time to integrate it with breath, the bridge between body and mind. 9. Pelvic tilt into bridge. Start lying flat with your knees bent. Before lifting, perform a small pelvic tilt. Flatten your lower back against the floor, tightening your lower abs and pelvic floor. Then, on the exhale, lift your hips into a gentle bridge. Pause, breathe, and feel that connection between movement and awareness. This slow, mindful transition builds neuromuscular control, not just strength. It retrains your body to activate the pelvic muscles automatically when you need them, whether to support your spine, sustain an erection, or delay climax. It's subtle, but profound. As you inhale, lower your hips one vertebra at a time. As you exhale, lift again, slightly higher, slightly stronger. Each rep balances stability and sensitivity, two sides of masculine mastery. And as you finish, let that awareness stay alive as we move into our final exercise, a closing loop of breath, motion, and recovery. 10. Lying air circles. Lie back, legs extended. Lift one leg a few inches off the floor and begin drawing small, controlled circles in the air. Switch sides after several rotations. Your focus is not speed, it's control and circulation. This exercise flushes fresh blood through your hips, groin, and pelvic region, washing away tension built up from the day. It's a quiet finisher that rebalances your nervous system and seals in all the benefits of the previous moves. When done mindfully, these circular motions stimulate the lymphatic flow and enhance oxygen delivery to the reproductive organs, the foundation for hormonal balance and recovery. Breathe deeply as you move, letting the circle smooth out any stiffness. You're not just ending a routine, you're reminding your body how to restore itself. Relax your legs, close your eyes for a moment, and notice the calm pulse in your core. That's energy. Steady, centered, alive. When you train these 10 movements, you're not just working out, you're reclaiming command over the deepest part of your masculinity. Testosterone isn't built in a pill or a supplement. It's built in motion, in breath, in control, in the quiet moments when you choose to reconnect with your body. These Kegel-based exercises strengthen the muscles that define endurance, awaken blood flow that fuels your erections, and restore the power that time tried to take away. Do them every morning or before bed. 5 to 7 minutes is all it takes, because every repetition is a reminder that strength isn't about youth, it's about awareness, consistency, and presence. Your body remembers what it was capable of. It's waiting for you to remind it. I'm Dr. Helen Carter, and I want you to carry this with you. Control your breath, control your body, and you'll control your life. Stay strong, stay centered, and keep your power alive.